Z3ko Trinity here. I got you another stack of 10 movies, so let's not waste time. Let's get right on in. First movie, we got Itsy Bitsy. This was filmed at my house. Just kidding. I got so many damn spiders, it's not even funny. But if I had a spider that big, deuces. Actually, there is a spider just almost as big as my hand that comes out at nighttime. I see it whenever I go to work, and half the time, I say, fuck that. But as long as it don't come inside, we're good. I'm getting ready to spray it, though. So, spray it out in the house. But anyway, to the point, this movie actually surprised me. I thought, well, my first thought was that this was going to be a really good, creepy movie, because spiders creep me out big time. And I like that it's not just a simple, just a big spider, random big spider that happens to live in this house. You know, I was really surprised that it actually had a different kind of story to it. So I like that. It added to the movie. Was the plot perfect? No, I really did not like the mom in this movie at all. And there was a lot of flaws within this movie. But it is a B-rated horror movie, so what do you expect? But all in all, I actually enjoyed the movie. And the acting talents of the kids were really good. I think give them the right kind of role, and they might actually surprise you. But all in all, this wasn't too bad of a movie. I enjoyed it, but it's not really that great either. So I feel like this movie is more of a meh. I was a little bored at times watching this, but when it got to the end, it was like pretty good from there on. So I actually gave this a 6.0. I feel like it was above average. Next up, we got the original The Conjuring, which I absolutely love. My slipcover. This movie, just watching the trailer alone, scared the shit out of me. Like, I actually had trouble going to sleep that night, watching just the trailer. So I knew this movie was going to be good. And when me and my brother saw it in theaters, oh my God, was I terrified. They did such a good job with this movie. And that is the biggest reason this movie and Dead Silence was the biggest reason why James Wan is my absolute favorite director. I love everything he does. This movie was absolute perfection to me. Yeah, I could see people's point of views from the criticisms, but I'm throwing all that under the bus because to me, this would actually be my #1 favorite horror movie ever made, if I did not like Child's Play so much. So this is actually my #2 favorite horror movie ever made, which is why I give this movie a solid 1 million out of 10. Just a perfect movie. And you want to see something even creepier? Watch the special features, where they interviewed the actual people. That was creepy. Next up, we have The Conjuring 2. Both of them were part of my 31 movies thing, so I've been trying to watch all them. And yeah, this one I did really enjoy. Not as much as this one, and it definitely does not live up to the first one. But man, it was really good just as well. It was creepy. The scare moments were on point. I feel the whole thing with the old man demon leading up to the nun was just brilliant, and I absolutely love the acting in it. I love everything about it. The problem with watching the Conjuring movies is after you watch them, I feel like there's something in the house and stuff like that. Like, I just get that mind frame, and I get freaked out bad. So, this one I gave a 9.8. It was close to being a 10, but it does have a lot of things that I did not quite like about it. So, before I reveal the next movie, well, the movie behind this one, I'm just going to go ahead and say the next movie, because I don't own it. Mom's Got a Date with a Vampire. This movie was really good. It brought back memories from when I was younger. My mom was in a mood for a Halloweenish movie, and she don't like scary movies at all, so this was about as scary as it gets for her. But really enjoyed the story. The main vampire guy, he will always be Maxwell Sheffield from The Nanny to me. But he did a good job with it, and I just thought it was a decent movie. It weren't no masterpiece or nothing like that, so I gave that movie a 7.3 out of 10. It was pretty decent. It does show its age, that's for sure. Then the next up, we got The Possession. And I highly enjoyed this movie. I did a lot of research on a Dybbuk and the Dybbuk box, and it actually is really creepy, the story to it. And I thought that they did a very, very good job portraying the story in this movie. A lot of the scenes were like so masterfully done, and it was just really awesome. Especially the scene, my favorite scene, is when the little baby Dybbuk was crawling back to the box. That scene alone was just frightening and just so well done. And I love the fact of her standing under that red glowing light saying, I done forgot what she's, Daddy something. I can't remember. Comment below and let me know, because it left my mind. Anyway, great movie. It weren't really like a number 10 movie per se, and definitely weren't better than The Conjuring 2 in my opinion. So I actually gave this a 9.0 out of 10. Same thing. I don't own this. Well, actually, I do own it, but I'm lazy. I ain't gonna grab it at this point. Halloween Town, the first one. Once again, Mom wanted to watch a good Halloween movie, so we ended up watching that one, and it is an all-time classic. Just, it does not get better than Halloween Town compared to the old school kids Disney Halloween movies. It is the best of the best, and I give this one a 10 out of 10 because of it. But I do own all of them. I just forgot to grab the box. But anyway, moving on. This movie right here, I saw the trailer, and I am a huge sucker for B-rated horror movies, and based on the trailer alone, I thought that this was going to be really good, really funny, definitely a movie I can make fun of with my friends, and then I watched it, and it did disappoint me. It definitely wasn't what I was thinking it was going to be, and just, I don't know, the thing that they had chose the chair to be was just a surprise to me. I'll just go ahead and tell you, it's not really a main spoiler, but it's a Dybbuk as well. So if you want to do a double feature of The Possession and Killer Sofa, go for it. But this movie was absolute trash. I really did not like it. I only liked the rabbi in it. I thought he was really cool. Seemed like a pretty nice guy in real life. And then I forgot what else I even liked about it. There was something else, but I just can't remember. This movie's easily forgotten or forgettable. I give it a 3.0. It was just bad. And then the last three reviews will be this nice House of a Thousand Corpse Steelbook edition. Got it, and I just marathoned all three of them. So, the first House of a Thousand Corpse, I felt was really theatrical compared. It was all about gore. It was all about putting on a show. And I enjoyed Captain Spaulding at the very beginning, especially with the robbers. I really enjoyed that. But through the rest of the movie, I found it hard to actually enjoy it. And these movies were like actually a guilty pleasure of mine. Like when I was younger, Mom and Dad went out for a while, and I saw it actually playing on TV. And it was one of those, I'm going to watch this, hoping for nudity, and you know how you are if you're like, young. Well, that was a guilty thing. These movies are definitely, like, after you watch all three of these, you definitely need to take a shower and then, like, say a prayer or something. But the first one was definitely the weakest of the three, in my personal opinion. Still really good, but it was decent. I gave it a 5.4. Definitely very theatrical, especially the way it ends. Next up, we have the Devil's Rejects, part of the set. And that was Rob Zombie's masterpiece. In my opinion, out of every movie Rob Zombie has made, I think The Devil's Rejects is by far his best movie. Sid, his character was phenomenal in that movie. His acting was so good. It's very quotable. I loved it. Just, what's the matter, kid? Don't you like clowns? Just the whole story. I liked how he tried to make a story with it. Like, the first one was just all about kills, all about theatrics. This one actually focused on a story at hand, and I found it to be very, very good. Love the music in it, love the score. It was definitely on point, and just the whole ending was just phenomenal. I gave this movie a 7.9. Even after all its praise, it isn't a perfect movie. All three of these are definitely not a 10-star movie. But for Rob Zombie, 7.9 is really good. And then finally, we got the 3 from Hell, which I definitely thought it was just worth making. And I believe if I would have just rented the movie when it came out and watched it without watching the first two first, like even though I've already seen them, I probably would not have liked that movie at all. But actually going back and having a triple feature, watching all 3 in a row, I really enjoyed it. I grew to like the characters, and I was just so eager to see where the story was going to take place. I enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. It definitely did not beat The Devil's Rejects, and I was actually surprised by how it ended. I really thought it was going to go a different way, but this leaves it wide open for yet another one if he decides to make another one. Rest in peace, Sid. Seeing your little part in the beginning was really rough because, like, you were dying at that point, and it was really rough to see you at that point. But I love the tribute they gave you during the middle of the movie. It was just great. Before I go, I gave that one a 6.3. So, before I go, there's a very creepy theory that I have. It's weird. There's at least one actor in each of these movies that died after it was made. Like, I was watching House of a Thousand Corpses, and it came up, dedicated to, and it would turn out to be the actor that played the grandpa in the original, in that movie. Well, then The Devil's Rejects, at the end, it was Tiny, the guy that played Tiny, passed away, and they dedicated it to him. 3 from Hell, Sid passed away. So, that's a little weird, ain't it? Anyway, I hope you guys liked my review. I'll see y'all in the next one.